Move the camera a little bit. Okay, so guys, now what we're doing is the area of a triangle. Now, what I want you to do is get your triangle out, and I want you to have a look at it, okay? And this is going to help us to understand how we get the formula. You can do either two things. You can actually go up like that on either side of your triangle, okay? Right? And you could see that then it creates a square, okay? It will create a square because this is an equilateral triangle. If it was a different kind of triangle and you went up the sides, you would see that if you went up the sides, you could actually fit the triangle into those sides. Another thing that you could do is you could, let me rub that part out so you can't see. Okay. Another thing you could do is you could actually do another triangle almost identical next to it. And then if you look at your shape, it's actually like a parallelogram going to the side. So what I'm trying to say is that a triangle is always half of what a rectangle would be. Okay, so that always gives us an idea of what we should do when we have a formula for a rectangle. So I've already written my heading in, area of a triangle. I am going to stick it in with some space next to it. I'll stick it in here, okay. Then I'm going to try and be as accurate as possible. Maybe do it in pencil first like I did. And you can add that card in to show that that whole shape would therefore be could be a square or it could be a rectangle. Now where's my pink pen? Okay, so therefore the area here would be A is equal to, okay, first of all we've got to put in our height. So our height would be a straight line down here, and then that would be our right angle. So that is our height, and this here is our base under the straight part going underneath it. So area is equal to your base times your height, which is the same as this one, which is the same as that one. Okay, your base times your height divided by 2. Okay, so that is going to be your area of your triangle. Right, let's move on to another one. Let's see if I can find another colored pen. Okay, so this one, we're going to do the area of a trapezium. Trapezium. Okay, now the area, now what I want you to do is you've got 2 trapeziums there. I want you to cut them both out. Now, do you agree that both of these are identical? Now, what I want you to do before you start is add in a few documentation. So add in just somewhere along the line, you can put a straight line down, and you can say, well, that's your height. This is a square there. This is a base, and that would be that's side B, and this is side A. Okay, we'll do the same thing on this side. And we're going to say, that's your height. It's a square. This is side B, and that is side A. Okay, now what I want you to have a look at is, I want you to turn this around. If you turn them around and you join them, can you see what shape they make? They make a parallelogram, okay? A parallelogram going that way. Now we know what the area of a parallelogram is. So our answer there is going to be exactly the same as that, but we're going to halve it. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's stick this in. Okay, so we stick the one in that way. We stick the other one in upside down. It's just to show us why we're getting that specific. Okay, now try and make it as good as you can. It is a bit difficult. Okay, so not a very nice parallelogram. So what you would say, you're going to do your base length times your height. So you're going to do A So your base length, because over here we were doing base length, okay? Your base length is actually A and B. So what you're going to do is you're going to say, well, I want my base length. So write this down, base length times height. Okay, so if that is equal to B plus A, so I take my B and my A, I measure them, okay? And I times it by my height. Okay? And that will give you the area of the parallelogram. But remember, that's this whole parallelogram, which is not what we want. So, we are going to go. So this is what we're going to say. We're going to go A plus B times the height divided by 2. Okay? And that is going to give you the area of the trapezium.